Well, first of all, on behalf of my son, Senator Ted Cruz, and he wants to thank you for all your continued support and just assure you that he continues to have your back. Let me tell you something that really has been exciting. We finally passed a tax cut. I want to very quickly tell you about 4 big parts of that tax cut that my son was the key influencer in getting those 4 issues done. Number 1 was removing the individual mandate from Obamacare in the tax cut. That means that nobody is going to be penalized any longer if they don't buy insurance. Number 2 was the, I don't know if you know this or not, but Senator Corker wanted to have a trigger of a $350 billion tax hike if expectations on the tax bill fell short. The parliamentarian of the Senate said it cannot be a trigger, it has to be fixed. McConnell and all the leadership, the rhinos, they were all for it. Basically, Ted was the only one opposing this. At the 11th hour, Ted debated Corker for 1 hour on the floor. And all 50, everybody, Ted had 50 that joined him, and Corker was a sole no vote. Number 3, as a result of being able to get rid of $350 billion of tax of a tax hike, he was able to lower even further all the personal tax rates. That's a huge win. And number 4, he was able to pass a tremendous extension to the 529 accounts. Most of you, if your parents or grandparents are familiar with what 529s, where you can save money in a tax-free environment where all the gains of that investment is tax-free, and it has been only for college. He was able to get that all the way from pre-K, kindergarten, primary school, high school, for not only public schools, but private schools, Christian schools, parochial schools, and he had home schools also in the bill. Unfortunately, Sanders brought a point of order to the parliamentarian and they dropped the homeschool provision. But still, there are ways that if you can have homeschoolers align themselves with a Christian school, perhaps through the Christian schools, they can get some. And this is, we're talking about $10,000 tax-free that you can invest in each child every year. Now, the other thing that is a huge win for Texas is Ted was able to get both Jim Hall and Dan Willett in the 5th Court of Appeals and turn that Court of Appeals back to the right where we need to have it. So, both my son and I are committed to helping as many conservative candidates throughout the state of Texas and make sure that we keep Texas solidly red, and we send George Soros and Indivisible and all those liberals packing out of Texas. They can move back to California. We are going to keep Texas bright red, and what it's going to take is commitment from each and every one of you. God bless you.